we are trying our best to make it a cashless society. So our university, Alhamdulillah, we developed, due to cause of the corona, it was really challenging for us to make our universities completely cashless. So if the student, whatever ID they are using, I think this ID is their credit card, this ID is their, we call one card. This one card they can use in the transport, they can use in the canteen, they can use in the hall, entrance, every place. So that we call the one card. As you already mentioned, that what is the key criteria to considering the present scenario? Of course, I must say the innovation. Because if you not implement something, the blue ocean or new technology, if you cannot implement, as universities, Pahang, I think this already mentioned that they are already planning to do the rain harvesting, but Alhamdulillah, we already did it 4 years back. And at the same time, you see the solar, we already implemented, I think. He also mentioned that he has a plan to stop the car, but 2 years back, we stopped the car inside the university. So any car should be coming outside and they should go to the directly parking. They cannot enter to the university. So we already introduced the electric vehicle inside the university. We keep a lot of buggy and a lot of this electric car. So one place to another places, if anyone is like to visit, they will use the electric car. And at the same time, we also made one fantastic plan, and I hope that we can able to keep it up. 80% of our area is green, because we are trying to develop our all infrastructure in the high rise. I think some of our building is 18-story. So we are thinking that if we can go to the 4-story and 5-story, like that if we follow the Cambridge or Oxford, I think it will be impossible to give the 80%. So that is why we try to develop horizontal and vertical both. So as much as possible, we can utilize our land. And another thing is that you see from inside the campus, there is a lot of, there's a dust or waste is creating every day. So we also develop the biogas. So we are also emphasize all of this user that please try to use the biogas inside the campus so that we no need to use to the outside gas or electricity for our own consumption. And also we developed that, as you already mentioned, the entrepreneurial mindset, which is our key factor. How? I'll share with you. I'm sure that everyone can follow it, because all of our food court, all of our activities, we always love to give to the student. You see, in our foundation day, around 25,000 t-shirts we produce. So we always give to our student. Can you join, be a tender if you are interested to supply? Because we have a very strong textile department. So student participated in the open bid and they submit their design. So every year we are trying to give the new student, because 25,000 t-shirt, if they make profit in 1 ringgit, then it is also 25,000. But I'm sure they make profit more than 1 ringgit. I think some cases they did minimum 5 ringgit. So 5 ringgit means if one student in his or her study, if they can make profit in 100,000 more, that means they get the seat fund. And through this experience, very frankly speaking, every year we are seeing the new people are coming. They are coming to the entrepreneurial area, they prove their efficiency. Because some of the entrepreneur is coming, their mindset is slightly higher than entry level. So we differentiate into two. One is called Knowledge Valley, is a co-working space, is slightly professional, but another one is business incubator for the entry level entrepreneur. Because as yesterday I mentioned that this is true that if we are not creating the entrepreneurial minded student, I think it will be tough in the near future to get the employment opportunity to our student. So that is why I think it is one of our key criteria that we are trying to focus our entrepreneurial minded student. And another thing I'm sure that a lot of universities also following, because we are trying, that nowadays the student always love to engage themselves with multiple extracurricular activities. So through these extracurricular activities, we are trying to develop a lot of this activity, like student, we call the camping fire, we call the scouting. So scouting has also differential, like Robot Scout, one is called BNCC, that is Bangladesh National Scouting. So these sorts of activities also we are always promoting to the student, because sometimes if the student is not getting the proper opportunity to contribute them, so they become frustrated. So sometimes they may go to the drug or some other activity. So that is why we are also trying to focus various sorts of extracurricular activity inside the university. We have the playground, we have the a small golf course, swimming pool, that cricket field, football field. And just 6 months back, we developed one Olympic standard futsal inside the university. So 24 hours. Because few students, maybe night time, after 12 o'clock, they try to play. So where they will go? So that is why we have developed futsal. It is almost, I think, 24 hours they can play. So I should say that these sorts of activities we are trying to develop inside the university so that they can also empower themselves in the future leadership. And last point I should add it, this is also I am practicing last 3 years and we are getting the fantastic result. Whenever there is a people's needed, like suddenly counseling team told, we need 5 people. Sometimes maybe students affairs told, we need 10 people. So these sorts of people also we already told that we are making a one shortlisted for those who are interested to become volunteer or interested to part-time job. So last times I think 998 students they already submitted. They like to become the part-time job or working as a volunteer. One district maybe they are famous for creating the some handicrafts. One district they are very famous for tools, machinery tools. One district is very famous for agricultural product. One district is very famous for creating the honey. They have the multiple types of honey. So these sorts of products, say suppose my home district is very famous for fish. It's called it's like I don't know, this Ilsha fish. Ilsha fish is very close to salmon, but more tasty, but has a lot of bone. But it is very tasty. So usually the various district has the various tradition. So in our university, honestly speaking, when you invite the 64 district people, it is your time to show your district in front of all of the community. So it's a huge competition. And it's a huge crowd. And I never believe it that such a enthusiasm and other interest they will show it. Because everybody think that, my district, I'll try my best to flourish it to the other friend. So 64 district, 64 cluster we are showing. So after seeing this event, just in last April they organized, I said, look, now this is every year you should organize it. So this will be the one of the best. This will be the one of the best practices. And again, I think today you also mentioned the sort of the distinguished guest about the Belus. And our university, we also established one thing. It's called the Art of Living course. It's a 3-credit course. This Art of Living course, we made it mandatory to all of the students. They do why? Because a lot of cases the students do not have the very good understanding with their parents. So this is the one of the component. This course, you have to organize the Parents' Day. You must bring your parents, the campus, whole day you should spare with your parents and introduce your parents to all other your friends, how you behave with your parents. So in the coming day, when the morning they will invite their parents, so they will start to just they clean their food, they just do some massage to their food to their parents, and then it's a common. All of the students they must do it. So parents sometimes they are crying because they never trusted that their son or daughter will bringing them to the university, and in front of all of them they will do the nurturing and supporting to their parents. And at the same time, after the launch we do organize one event. All of the parents we call to the stage. Please share your best practices with the other people.